All right, what do you say we bring in the guys? There he is, Kyle Porter, Doug Bell. Kyle is obviously there. Let me start with you, Kyle. Hideki Matsuyama is the headline here. This is a guy who hadn't won anywhere in the last 4 years, and suddenly, especially on this Saturday, he can't miss. What did you see with Matsuyama today?
Well, he didn't miss a putt. You know, you talked about, he said Hideki makes another putt, Hideki makes another putt. When Hideki's making putts, he's going to shoot 65. You know, we saw Justin Rose shoot 65 on Thursday. I thought that was going to be the best round of the week. It probably technically still is compared to the rest of the field. Because we got some rain on Saturday, the course wasn't quite as fast and firm as we saw on Thursday, Friday. But 65 out of Hideki on a major championship Saturday in which the leaders weren't really doing a whole lot, it's pretty impressive. And like you said, now he's got that 4-stroke lead. That's happened 15 times where a player has had a 4-stroke lead going into the final round at a Masters, according to Justin Ray. 11 out of those 15 times that player has gone on to win. So history is you know, favorable for Hideki Matsuyama to kind of close this out. But I'm really interested to see, you know, if the putter starts going sideways on Sunday, is he able to outstrike his putting? You know, is he able to be good enough from tee to green that the putter might not even matter? Hideki certainly has that in him. We saw it. We've seen it throughout the course of his career. But that part of it is going to be really fascinating because that putter of his can go really cold really quickly, even over the course of a single round.
Kyle, I've been lucky enough to walk with Hideki Matsuyama for 5 of his wins on the PGA Tour. Inside the ropes, he understands English, isn't comfortable speaking English, and always uses his interpreter, Bob Turner. But this is a confident golfer, a guy who's finished top 6 in all 4 of the majors up to this point, finished 2nd in the U.S. Open at Erin Hills. World-class talent, 29 years old. I think it's game, set, match. I think it's checkmate. It is over. Hideki Matsuyama will win tomorrow, and his putting has always been kind of his fall point, but he's hitting it so close with his irons, and that's what happened those last 8 holes. I mean, he was throwing in there tight, and so he had layups for birdies and that eagle also. So again, Hideki Matsuyama, I really believe it's going to be a special Sunday for him, the first Japanese golfer to don a green jacket to win a major championship. And when all is said and done, tomorrow afternoon, we'll all be saying, arigato, Hideki-san. Congratulations. And the country is going to go crazy, guys. Japan has the Olympics coming up. I think he'll be the Masters champion going for the gold medal when the Olympics rolls around. It's going to be a huge Sunday for Hideki and his home country.
Doug says it is over. Kyle, yes. I'm a great follow-up here. Do you agree?
I don't agree. The Vince Carter gif has not been tweeted yet. It is not over yet. Although I will say, how interesting would it be if a week after a Japanese player won the Augusta National Women's Amateur, if Hideki followed that up on Sunday at the Masters? I just think that you got too many guys up there, and I don't know if I trust Hideki on Sunday at a major. I really don't. He was unbelievable on Saturday. But Sunday's going to be a battle, you know, and I think it does help him a little bit that, look, I was out there all day today. I heard, I don't know, 3 roars, Corey Connors ace, Hideki coincidentally when he made eagle on 15, and maybe one other. There's not a ton of energy. I thought there would be. And part of that has to do with the course, but some of it is because there's still not a ton of people out here. I think that will help Hideki, but I don't think it's over quite yet. I think somebody up there at the top is going to play their way back into it.
By the way, according to William Hill right now, Matsuyama is minus 120 to win, which if you're not with the nuance of how that works, that's about 55% to win the tournament. So it is basically Matsuyama or everybody else, and it's almost a 50-50 proposition right now, 55% chance that Matsuyama wins the tournament according to William Hill right now.
And certainly you can see why he's the favorite. He's got a 4-shot lead, and I want to show something in particular here, Kyle, because I thought 2 really important shots in this round. The eagle putt on 15, and then the 3rd shot on 18 from 15 yards behind the green to be able to save par. What did that say to you about Hideki Matsuyama and his round on Saturday?
Well, you know what it reminds me of? I haven't seen the Hideki shot on 18 yet. I don't know where he was beyond the green, but remember in 2015 when Spieth was kind of fighting it a little bit coming home? I think he shot 70 on Saturday, and he was kind of breaking down a little bit, and he hits this flop shot on 18, gets up and down from just an impossible spot for par. To maintain, I think it was a 3 or 4 stroke lead, similar to Hideki this year. So that's what that shot reminds me of, because 4 going into Sunday, it's only obviously one more than 3, but man, it feels like a lot more whenever you say it out loud, whenever you step to that first tee. So I would even point to that shot more so than even the eagle on 15.
Well, no one benefited more from the rain delay than Hideki Matsuyama, and he told Jim Nantz that he went out to his car and he was playing on his cell phone, so he was relaxed. He came back and played just superb golf with that birdie at 11, birdie at 12. Now, tomorrow he will face a different golf course, as will everyone else. Things are going to dry out. It'll be 77 degrees and sunny all day. The sub-air systems are rumbling right now underneath those greens. They're sucking out the moistures. So I think Sunday will play more like Thursday, when it was very difficult for the entire field. Again, Hideki has the only bogey-free round so far in this Masters. There will not be a bogey-free round tomorrow because conditions will change dramatically. But again, a 4-shot cushion for Hideki. I love his chances. Again, ball striker paradise, Augusta National. And right now his irons are top-notch, no question.
Doug, on the flip side then, who was hurt the most by the 1-hour delay?
Wow, Justin Thomas. Did you see he came out? He had the par putt at number 9, and I know he was thinking about that for an hour and 15 minutes. And you come out and you miss that, and suddenly you're behind the 8 ball. And that really bugged him because he'd missed some other putts earlier in the day, and then we saw him completely lose focus at 13 after the birdie at 12. Really set him up. He was back in position, and then to score an 8 on that par 5 13 when everyone else was grabbing birdie on that hole. I think it really, really hurt Justin Thomas. I thought Will Zalatoris was helped also by the rain delay. I thought he was a little nervous early on, and when he came back out, he played much, much better. And let's say Justin Rose also, after the rain delay, he lost his golf swing. Those were amazing up and downs on 5 of the last 6 holes for Justin Rose, including that incredible up and down at 18. But he lost his golf swing off the tee and with his irons. We saw him throwing those irons over the back of the greens with wedges. So yeah, those players were hurt. JT, Justin Rose, all hurt during that rain delay. Did not come out with any fire in their game whatsoever.
Yeah, I saw the up and down from Rose on 18. It was unbelievable. I actually think Jordan Spieth was hurt a little bit, not because of anything he did or didn't do, but because some of that rain, I think, allowed Hideki and some other guys to run away a little bit. I guess specifically Hideki. I don't know that anybody else was running away, but Spieth's big problem was that he can't make a putt. I mean, I just walked past him. He was on the practice putting green beyond the right behind the 10th tee up by the by the clubhouse, and he's hitting putts like right. He almost went directly from the 18th green up to that practice putting green, and that's just something that you don't really see from him or really any pros, to go straight to the putting green. So he lost a couple of strokes on these greens. He's hitting the hell out of the ball. I mean, I watched him for the last couple of days. His driver is, he is piping everything. And the thing that he, I think, is a little bit known for here at Augusta National is kind of his magic on and around the greens, and it just hasn't happened. And again, that moisture allowed somebody like Hideki to go out to kind of play that point and shoot golf that we see sometimes. It was a lot softer after the rain, obviously, than it was beforehand. So that allowed guys to kind of run out and put a bunch of strokes between them and Spieth.
We've seen this tournament obviously apply pressure and also a sense of country. Bubba Watson in the playoff, when the Americans came out in their street clothes cheering him on and trying to egg him on. Adam Scott, when the putt's rolling in, he's not yelling yes or good. He's yelling, come on, Aussie, feeling the entire country behind him to win this tournament. Matsuyama now trying to be the first Japanese golfer to close the deal in a major and get there and win the green jacket. There's a pressure there. And now other guys are going to try to chase him down. If it's not Matsuyama, who do you think has the best chance to chase him down and get a win come Sunday? Doug?
Well, it's got to be that final group. I think you're looking at the X-Man Xander Schauffele. He has the opportunity to be playing with the man who has the 4-shot lead. He'll be playing the same holes at the same time. So, and he's been knocking on the door for a long, long time. Xander Schauffele, I think, has that opportunity to maybe chase him down. But again, now think about this. If Hideki shoots even par, then Xander's going to have to shoot 68 just to tie him. If Hideki goes 1 under, then that lowers to a 67. So all the pressure is on the man who's 4 shots back. But Eric, to follow up your thought, yes, the weight of a country is on the shoulders of Hideki Matsuyama and the Japanese media corps. It is incredible for a regular PGA Tour event. They're there in full force, tracking every shot and talking to Hideki at length at the end of every single round. They're still talking to him right now. And Nick Faldo made mention of that today. Hideki needs to go practice. He needs to go back and relax, but the press corps will not allow him to do that. He's used to it. Again, he's only 29 years old, but they've been asking questions for a long, long time, and I think he'll handle the pressure. He's a big-time player, and I don't see him faltering tomorrow in that final round.
Yeah, and I think to Doug's point, that brings into play kind of what I was talking about not having as many patrons out here. I think really helps him a little bit. I think if you had, not that people are rooting against Hideki, I don't think that's happening. The biggest roar of the day was for Hideki, but I think you could see some people getting behind a Will Zalatoris, getting behind even a Rose or a Xander Schauffele or something like that. I think the right answer to the question is Xander Schauffele. I think that's the guy if it's not Hideki Matsuyama. But I would like to talk about Will Zalatoris just for a second, because I watched him for a lot of his, or at least some of his round on Saturday. He's unbelievable. I mean, some of the shots that he got up and down on 3 for birdie, and it was a joke. I mean, he has the ball on a string. He's been hitting. He's been one of the best ball strikers in the world for like the last 6 months. And I think people don't know a lot about him because he's kind of on the Korn Ferry Tour. He's started to play his way into the PGA Tour with a T6 at the U.S. Open at Winged Foot last September. But he's a really, really good player. He's going to be on the PGA Tour for a long time, and I've just been super impressed with how he's handled everything. He got up on the podium earlier in this week and said, hey, if I'm stupid enough to think that I can play here, I'm stupid enough to think that I can win here. And I thought that was awesome. I love the attitude out of him, and when you combine it with the way he hits his irons, I don't know, I could see him kind of making some magic, like we've seen from somebody like a Jordan Spieth at a young age come Sunday afternoon.
Looking to become the 4th player is Will Zalatoris to win a green jacket in his Masters debut, the last one being Fuzzy Zeller in 1979. And I want to point this out as well, because our research team just sent me this note, which is absolutely incredible to keep in mind as you go into Sunday. We know Matsuyama leads by 4 shots. You don't have to go back too far to find someone who's blown a 4-shot lead in the final round. Rory McIlroy led by 4 entering the final round in 2011, shot an 80. Charles Schwartzel won the green jacket. And guess who was the low amateur that year?
Yeah, Matsuyama.
Hideki Matsuyama.
I remember that. Rory it was like they hit his clothes and he was out there naked. I mean, he started that second 9, and you could see it. It was uncomfortable. Kid just lost it. And you would think that by now, maybe Rory would have found his way into a green jacket, but still hasn't happened yet, keeping him from the career Grand Slam. Well done, gents. Let's do it again soon.
Hey, you want round 3 reaction from our crew? Check it out. The First Cut podcast, hosted by Rick Gehman, Kyle Porter, Mark Illman, Jonathan Coachman, Greg Ducharme, a cavalcade of stars. Doug Bell, also a contributor. The First Cut podcast. Download and subscribe today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.